Your attitude determines your attitude. In this world, you may be born poor. You may be born without a name. You may be born in the shadow of giants. But if you are born with the right attitude, you are born unstoppable. Because the truth is simple and eternal. Your attitude determines your altitude, not your IQ, not your degree, not your background, but your mindset. 1. Attitude is the filter between you and the world. Imagine two people waking up to the same gray morning. One sighs, curses the clouds, and drags their feet. The other smiles, thanks the rain for watering their dreams, and gets to work. Same sky, same storm, different attitude. What they see, how they feel, what they do. All changes, not because of the world, but because of how they see the world. Your mind is a camera. Your attitude is the lens. If your lens is dirty with doubt, fear, or resentment, even the brightest moments will look dim. But if your lens is clear, if your attitude is resilient, grateful, focused, even darkness becomes a canvas for greatness. 2. Talent can take you to the door. Attitude gets you through it. We all know someone with talent, genius even, who never made it. Why? Because talent gets tired, looks fade, hype dies. But attitude endures, talent impresses, attitude earns trust, skill might attract attention, but attitude builds relationships. People follow those with calm under pressure, with hunger in silence, with humility in victory, because those people carry something rare, a spirit that refuses to break. And that's not born, it's built. Built through choices, habits, and beliefs. Built when you decide, I will rise no matter what. 3. Life will hit you. That's a guarantee. There will be failure, there will be loss, there will be betrayal, but your response is where your power lies. When the door closes, you can either curse the lock or build your own key. When you fall, you can either blame the world or bounce back stronger. Attitude doesn't make life easier. It makes you stronger than what's hard. It's the choice to be powerful in a powerless moment. And that choice determines everything that follows. 4. The energy you carry becomes the altitude you fly. Ever walked into a room and felt someone's presence before they even spoke? That's attitude, your posture, your eye contact, your stillness, your conviction. People don't just hear your words, they feel your spirit. And if your spirit carries negativity, sarcasm, or hopelessness, people back away. But if your spirit radiates belief, resilience, calm fire, people are drawn to you. Opportunities are drawn to you. Success is drawn to you, because energy doesn't lie, and attitude is energy. 5. You don't get the altitude you want. You get the one you prepare for. Success isn't accidental. No plane takes off by luck. It takes preparation, alignment, fuel, lift. Likewise, your success isn't about waiting. It's about preparing your mindset to carry the weight of your vision. You must train your thoughts like muscles. When negativity knocks, counter it with gratitude. When fear creeps in, respond with faith. When comparison whispers, speak confidence. Every day, you're either upgrading your attitude or allowing it to atrophy. So fly with intention. Think with precision. Walk with vision. You won't land where you want, unless your mind is flying there first. 6. Attitude in leadership, love, and legacy. You may be the most gifted entrepreneur, the most skilled artist, the most brilliant mind. But if your attitude is arrogant, impatient, or dismissive, you will sabotage every good thing coming your way. Why? Because no one wants to follow a bitter leader. No one stays with someone who brings them down. No legacy lasts when it's built on ego. But when your attitude is humble, grateful, teachable, people rise with you. Love lasts, teams grow, generations remember. Because the greatest leaders aren't the loudest. They are the ones whose attitude lifts the whole room. 7. Attitude is a habit, not an accident. Let's be real. No one wakes up with perfect mindset every day. You don't always feel strong. You don't always feel hopeful. You don't always feel enough. But that's the moment that separates average from exceptional. Because winners don't rely on motivation. They rely on discipline. And attitude is a discipline. You build it like a muscle. Through morning affirmations, through choosing silence over reaction, through saying thank you when it's hardest, through showing up when no one sees, over time, that muscle grows. And soon, your default becomes power. Your baseline becomes belief. Your normal becomes excellence. 8. You will face storms, but your attitude is the sail. A ship doesn't control the wind, but it controls its sail. Life may toss you around, but you control your focus, your reactions, your mindset. That's your sail. When others drown in fear, you sail in purpose. When others wait for perfect weather, you adjust your course. When others give up, you find the next current. Because your altitude is not about avoiding storms. It's about sailing through them, wiser, braver, bolder. The higher you want to rise, the stronger your sail must be. 9th proof in history. Greatness was built on attitude. Abraham Lincoln lost 8 elections, failed in business, had a nervous breakdown, before becoming one of the most admired U.S. presidents. He didn't change his dream. He changed his attitude toward defeat. Nelson Mandela, after 27 years in prison, emerged not with revenge, but with forgiveness. That attitude changed a nation. Stephen Hawking, diagnosed with ALS and given 2 years to live, became the voice of cosmic understanding, with almost no voice left. These weren't lucky men, they were masters of mindset. So what's stopping you? 10. The final shift, from victim to visionary. If you feel behind, if you feel unseen, if life hasn't gone the way you imagined, stop. Not to quit, but to recalibrate. Ask yourself, am I showing up with faith or fear? Am I speaking power or pity? Am I focused on what I lack or what I carry? Because today, right now, you have the power to shift. And that shift isn't in your income, not in your environment, not in your past. It's in your attitude. Conclusion: the altitude you seek begins with the attitude you choose. So wake up with intention, walk with humility, speak with power, think with clarity, love with grace, work with fire. Because you weren't meant for the ground. You were meant to fly. But first, adjust your inner wings, because your attitude determines your altitude. So choose it wisely, live it daily, and rise beyond what they ever thought you could.